Top of the top. Almost to the afternoon. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We up Sunday. Shout out to everybody that's up. Everybody that's at this live. Everybody in the back. What's up? We back. Shout out to everybody on green. What's up? Shout out to everybody that's up, that's in tune with it. Let's go. Another one. What's up? Y'all know what's good. For No Fan Live episode 927. Yup, we're back. Shout out to everybody that's up. Let's go, let's go. Intro. What's up, Fatima? What's up, Shirley? Might say anything. What's up, James? What's up, Tiger, Latasha, Jordan? What's up, sis? What's up, boys? Shout out to the new people. D. Rivera. What's up, Cat Brat? What's up, Renee Gardner? Renee Thomas. What's up? What's up, Jay Bonner? What's up? Good morning, Miss Jackie B. Dolo. What's good? Everybody up. We up on this Sunday, y'all. We about to get into it, man. We about to look at the mind. We about to look into the mind of this monster, man. Yeah. Man, we got proof now. When we had a lot of questions about Diddy, his mother, well, we got proof now. His mother, Janice, was a hoe. Anybody know about Janice? We already know what Janice is. Yeah. Wicked. Man, as of now, man, whatever story you heard about Diddy, man, throw that out the window, man. Guess what? Diddy is a product of his environment. Anybody around here, you already know. Because you got a members only, and you saw a video called 1960s Black Slaughter, but you didn't know one thing. Diddy was born out of that Black Slaughter. Yep. Everything I already broke down about after the Vietnam War, which I didn't understand was after the Vietnam War, that is when the black program went into something else, the American program. This is when black and white families started to suffer and struggle with mental issues. Also, you're going to see Vietnam was a process where a lot of Americans were trained to be killers, and then they were put back in the households and neighborhoods. And this is where a lot of dysfunction started. Diddy was born out of that. Diddy was born out of that Harlem dope fiend Vietnam era. And we're going to prove it, and we're going to look at where it come from, and it come from his goddamn mother, Janice. I'm also going to say, I think his mother, Janice, was an agent working for the government back then, because when them drugs had to destroy the black community, they needed black people to sell it. And these black people were in favor. These black people were in favor because they were permitted to sell all the drugs and dope, and they would never go to jail. But their job was to ruin their community. You got to remember, it was a time when people were so poor, black people so poor. This is the 60s we're going into. This is when blacks also started to create the hunger for money, the thirst for money. This is when black people first started throwing principles out the window. We're going to go back into it. We're going into it because it means something. All right? Diddy mother Janice created a monster because she's a hoe. All right? And I'm going to say, man, Diddy was raised to do exactly what he did. How he was raised was part of his grooming. His mother was with the program, man. If we understand that this fool was raised by, look, man, his mother, his daddy was the government. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. But also, you got to understand this Diddy story. It is also the story of the community in some of y'all life. All right? When we talk about these mental issues, it's tied in with this. Then we're going to understand about that celebrity. One thing about Hollywood celebrity, I said it before, they don't prefer normal, perfect people. They like dysfunction. That's why you're going to see every single celebrity got a story of dysfunction. Something that happened to them. Something. Either they was raised a certain way, something happened to them, or they went through a program. There's no such thing as you being normal, getting a record deal. They don't want you normal. And it's a reason for that. Because these people are mentally damaged, and their job is to make you mentally damaged. So we also going to get into the real updates of LA, because I already told you, like I said, I'm going to rub it in your face because this is what I do, y'all. Now, for the people that know about members only, y'all know I got number love for y'all. But see, y'all know the truth. Y'all know the real me be on members only. Y'all know when I show real love who I really am. But see, when I'm on this live, I act a fool on purpose because a lot of enemies, right? I be disrespectful on purpose. I be shaming people on purpose. Yeah, because they ain't family. Everybody with a membership, that's family. So the family know I keep things a certain way. I'm saying that to say on this intro. I did a members only live a couple weeks ago. The reality of 2025. You see this area, idiots? That's the area getting. That's the area under that smoke. Yeah, mighty funny. I did a video on the reality of the new world 2025 in California, running around here scrambling with smoke, fire, and all that. So if you from California, if you from this world, and you've been on this channel, you ain't get a members only. That's on you, stupid. That's right. Now, I told you around here, I'm going to keep my promises. You're going to always be ahead around here because I'm ahead. If I'm ahead, you're going to be ahead. Meaning, I ain't ahead of everything, but I'm ahead of some things. So, when I already spoke about what's going on in LA, when I already told y'all to y'all face what's going to happen, man, it ain't hard to figure out. So, but see, I'm going to show you how people don't even invest in themselves. That's why they're going to say stupid. What? That's why, guess what else? I'm going to be talking about this. This is a reality. When I told y'all it's a whole new human being, we got the proof. Yo, punches, remember we said, look, man, people lost their mind. People acting different. Yes, it's for real. I seen people dissolve in my face. It's called popcorn brain, the new mental illness that has damaged the world. It has damaged the world. So anybody that did not get damaged in this past 10 years of social media craze, you okay. But I told y'all, a lot of people are ruined. When I kept telling y'all they be using the internet for mental experiment with these apps, here's the proof. You had no clue you will be a victim of what is called popcorn brain, a mental illness. Yes, worse than any drug you can name. Yes, because a lot of y'all didn't do no drugs, but you got popcorn brain. Yes, you did. Yes, you do. This for real. I seen it happen with my own eyes. I seen it happen with my own eyes. Popcorn brain is why everybody's still stuck in the house scrolling. It is nothing else to scroll. Yes, it will all be explained. Members only. All right, the Celebrity Reset Mind Control Crash Program. You've been following robots. All right? Shout out to the replay gang. Y'all know what time it is. We up. We live. We ready. Let's go. Because we're going to get into it. We also going to try to get into those updates to them roundups and things like that. But I don't know everything, y'all. So anyway, right? Let's just get into it because I was going so fast, I didn't even load the cover up. Let's go. Just finished doing a back-to-back. Well, this is a back-to-back. What's up? So check it out. What's up, Denise? Yeah. So I try to tell people, when I do members only, I do real work. But I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't trying to be cocky, arrogant. When I do the members only, that's really for y'all. All right, that's when I take the stuff that I really know and tell you what I know, meaning my assumption and my accusations of how I see things, how I move. When I told you I ain't gonna be no statistic on this planet, I mean what I said. All right, that's what I mean. I live by that. So I'm always gonna be ahead, and I don't be on color people time. So around here, if you've been listening but you ain't getting no members only, you've been cheating yourself, and that just proves you ain't investing yourself, and that proves that you ain't trying to do nothing anyway. That's what it is. So guess what? When you get a members only, you ain't doing me no favor. You're doing yourself a favor. Or it's a fair exchange. I'm going to put the work in, and then when you tap in, I'm going to put in more work. All right? Let's go. Diddy's mom exposed him to wild sex parties at childhood home. I told y'all I studied the past 100 years. 2024, I made a point to go back into the past 100 years of this country to find out what is all this mental illness about, what is all this sickness about, what is all this community talk about, what is this black thing, what is this white thing, what is all this stuff, all this race stuff, what is all this? What is this poor stuff? What is this poverty? What is this? Where all these mentalities come from? Black power, white power, when all of that. You're going to see the past 100 years was a bunch of nothing. The past 100 years was a bunch of mind control programs, psychological effects. That's why I said, ain't no coincidence. I bet you everybody on this channel listening went through something mental in their life. You went through something traumatizing your family first. Because that's America. But it's a reason for that. A lot of y'all don't know the truth of your life. You don't know the truth of history. You don't know nothing. That's why you're walking around confused. Because this journey got to be dealt with. Or you're going to go crazy like Diddy. We talking about everything is mental now. Y'all, it's past the flesh. We talking about damaged brains. So we're going to look at this whole named Janice. But the question is, if you're a mother, you just ask yourself today, are you Janice? Are you Janice? You future mothers, you find out from this situation we're going to talk about. Are you going to be a Janice? Because Janice was a hoe and a bitch. She gave birth to a demon. But I did see a lot of people talking about demon time. And I did see a lot of mothers pregnant recent talking about demon time. But now you're going to get example of giving birth to a demon. All right? That's right. He had to come out of somebody, coochie. Right then, a hoe. Let's go. Sean Combs' mother threw sexually charged parties at childhood home, friend claims. So as you see, his mom was into pedo behavior. But we also got to break it down. This is what we got to talk about, these mental issues. We were raised in environments where this stuff seemed normal, right? We know in the household, these things went down. Parties, grown-ups, kids around. But what else happened? Some of these parties, somehow some of these kids end up getting touched on, especially in the crack era, because mom or dad was high, drunk, stupid, left the house, went to sleep, and that fake-ass uncle came in that room. This is where it comes from. All right. The purpose you're going to also learn is that these particular people, they always party, but they never understood that partying was part of their dysfunction, and they didn't understand that partying was part of their programming to being stupid. They didn't understand that. They didn't understand that nobody lives to party. People only party to celebrate congratulations and accomplishments. Nobody parties just to party. But see, when you were put in a reality called going nowhere, and you were told that you wasn't nothing, and you was always raised to be nothing, never had nothing, never seen nothing, your only escapism was partying. Because you were trained, only time you're happy is when you're off the leash, like a dog. See, partying means you're off the leash. So you were raised to a point where the only time you found happiness and fun is when you were partying. Now I'm going to show you, do you see the mental issue? That's where the mental issue starts. So anytime I'm happy is if I'm intoxicated or I'm around a lot of people. But what about me? How am I by myself? Here's the sickness. Then when I party, when these parties are thrown, other people with depression come to the party. Other people that hate their life come to the party. Other people that want to escape their reality come to the party. And that's how people get shot up, damaged, tortured, because you got all these mentalities calling themselves partying. But for real, nobody's happy in life. That's how it goes. All right. Now I'm going to show you how sickening partying is. Then I'm going to show you how partying go with the rap game, and it all got to do with mind control. That's why when you was on the internet, they kept showing you party, sections, hooker lounge, strip club, club, fuck up a check. You work, but you thought you was a celebrity, working, blowing checks, because you got popcorn brain. That's why. All right. A gump. Let's go. That's why I told you, if you want to be free, you got to break all the curses of how you was raised. Well, if your mama raised partying and you partying, you're just like your mama. Huh? If your daddy was a junkie, your daddy was a bum, you doing the same thing your daddy did, you're going to be a bum. It's a process. The generational curse is what you accept. Ain't nobody put no generational curse on you, dummy. You put it on yourself. You know goddamn well if your mom was alcoholic, your dad was alcoholic, then you go drinking. Okay then. So what did you do to reverse the curse? All right then. I'm showing you why shit is the way it is, and we're going to prove it through Diddy. Because he got it from somewhere. And then somebody enhanced his behavior. This is where Diddy learned the behavior. So when you got a grown man 50 with kids in a party, right there you'll see his mind is normal. Why? He was raised like that. He was raised like that. He don't know no better. His mind is normal. Get it? Bingo. Or was his mother already grooming him in the program when he was young and he just didn't know it? When I told you these people deal with things in high places and they deal with science, when Janice had that boy out that pussy in 1969, he is going to be the new leader. He's going to be something great. He's going to be one of our watchers. He's going to be a key figure in the community. They just don't know it yet. In 1969, they knew this back then. Meanwhile, every year, every step, he was raised to be somebody and what he is. Oh, Diddy's history is what? Partying and dancing. Okay. Mama got him in training in the house off the rip because she knew. So it's no coincidence this fool is the king of throwing parties when he was getting, his mama was throwing parties when he was a baby. So he was already raised in that. He was raised to throw parties. It wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. Combs' childhood friend Tim Patterson claims in new documentary. This is the part 2 of the episode I did on an update of the Diddy special, Making of a Bad Boy, that drops on the 14th. Bingo. Now, let me show you how Hollywood works. This is why I tell my people that know what time it is, I need y'all to come back home. Y'all been gone for too long. Now let's go back in time to a movie called Harlem Nights. When you go into Harlem Nights, you're going to see something. Part of Harlem Nights is part of Diddy life. I can prove to you a lot of movies, a part of their script was wrote for Diddy life. You don't understand. Your whole reality is faking to come out of scripts. So if you in your mind thought you was Diddy popping bottles, all you got to know is Diddy was programmed to pop bottles, and you got it from him. All right? But let's go back to Harlem Nights. Remember this with the little boy Quick? This was the little boy that represented Diddy. The little boy that was grown as hell, hanging around all them grown-ups. See that? Seeing stuff he wasn't supposed to see. Young. They showed us in the movie Harlem Nights. So when I told y'all they re-released all these movies again, I started watching them again. I watched this not about a month ago. But you will see, what we didn't understand then, they were showing us pedo behavior back then. Because when you was a little boy around them grown-ups back then, somebody might have got drunk and touched on you. That's how it went down back then. That's the whole concept of the young boy acting grown. The whole concept of the young boy acting grown is he's going to deal with sex at that age. Every movie you've seen when they showed that, that's what it means. All right? So I'm just going to keep showing you. Then you're going to see the Richard Pryor movie was the same thing. Richard Pryor told you the truth, how he was raised in a what? Whole house. Then Richard Pryor get older, he started what? Cross-dressing. Okay, then. This been going on with black boys for a long time. A lot of y'all just didn't know it. They was doing these experiments with black people through the social service way back then with orphans, foster kids, all of that. This is a black program that really happened after slavery. So what you don't understand is most of your mental trauma, it's not for no damn slavery. Your trauma comes from raised in these households after the 60s. Members only, you already know this. Let's go. It's a reason why you got no generational wealth. It's a reason why you're considered crazy. It's a reason why you got hooked on rap. And then after that, it's a reason why you got hooked on the internet. Because they knew when it's all said and done, you're going to have popcorn brain. And that's what happened. The new slavery is popcorn brain. That's it. Don't matter no race neither. Now look, as you see, he was raised in his behavior. So for him, it's normal. All right? The question is, was Janice purposely grooming him for a job for when he got older? Okay, let's go. Also remember, Mama Janice doing all this in the early 70s, Harlem, parties, trans. Why? She had the drugs. His mom was a drug dealer, right? But you ain't understand back then there's no such thing as selling all them goddamn drugs and doing all this shit without going to jail. Because back then, if you was too rich selling drugs, they gonna tell on your ass. Then if mama and them had the drugs, they had to get it from somebody. No, the Combs family was a goddamn agent family, and their job was to flood Harlem with them damn drugs because they work for the people. That's right. Then when son get older, son continues to work for the people. But somebody was in charge of them drugs in Harlem, and Diddy was his family was part of that. I don't care what you're talking about. All right. So as you see, his friend Tim Dawes speaks at the length about the parties Janet Combs would throw back when they were children. On the weekend, Diddy partied in the house. And we did that a lot, he said. A lot of us grew up with parties in the house. I mean, I grew up with parties in the house on the weekend. All right, every weekend, family having parties to the point I couldn't even bring no company home because it was embarrassing. Yes. All right. But I got old and realized how that shit traumatized me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us come from that. So look, as you see, mama always had control of him, man. Mama groomed him, man. Mama part of this shit. It's a science behind all of this, man. When you looking at Diddy, Diddy is the perfect example of what they wanted to happen with the single mothers on welfare. When I'm telling y'all this all part of that shit, after the civil rights era, 1968, Martin Luther King died. Diddy is born a year after Martin Luther King died. This is when they started the civil rights program, the after effects, when they started these civil rights programs of what? Focusing on the black community and the household and how to raise these kids. And they first started doing these experiments. How would it be to raise a kid in a house without the parent? You were the experiment of that. What will happen to a man raised as a child, then as he gets older, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s? How would he react? What would be his result? These are the experiments they were doing. I'm going to tell you again, fool, every single experiment done on humans was done through social service, all right? Period. Nothing you could say about it. Why do you think you got Facebook through social service? Because they knew when they gave it to you one day, Facebook was going to ruin your brain and your life. They knew that. They also knew if you became hooked on Facebook, you'd never get on social service. So I'm going to give you a question. You answer yourself. If you've been on welfare since Facebook came out and you got a phone from Facebook, are you still on welfare? And if you are, it's not by mistake. It's that simple. I'm not playing with y'all. It was all part of the plan. They knew we get them the phone. We let them be on Facebook while they're on social service. Everything we're going to show them on these apps will be opposite of them getting out of their situation. Therefore, they already knew. We give you the phone. You're going to have access to all these different things, but they're going to have nothing to do with you getting out your situation. And that's how the fuck it works. And that's what happened. All right? So when you're looking at Diddy, his mother, you're looking at the experiment science project of how it is to raise a man in a single woman's house. And then I think on purpose, they made him be raised in a single parent home that wasn't about shit. That's why I bet you ain't gonna hear no story about his mother being no worker, being nothing. Because you know what? I'm not stupid. I know about 1969. In 1969, there was no such thing as a black woman being successful, working in no business office, none of that shit. No. But I will say his mother was sanctioned to do what she did. As far as I know back then, his mother could have been a damn prostitute, right? And a nice rich white man could have took favor in her and put her to the side. I know how this shit work now. That's right. All you got to know is Diddy is a project of a certain experiment. We don't know. Goddamn it, Clyde Davis could have been freaking off with his mother before he was born. His mother go back to the Aretha Franklin days, and Clyde already sat his mouth. He loved him some Aretha because Clyde loved some black woman, fool. A lot of them celebrities love black women. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, yeah, man. So we don't know. Goddamn it, Clyde could have been messing around with his mother when she was a young, fine, bad thing. You don't understand. See, I don't know how this works. We don't know. His mother could have been Clyde Davis' mistress the whole time. Just his side piece, raised up, took care of all that shit. See, when you start thinking out of entertainment, you'll get this. I need people to start growing up for 2025, man. Let the kids be kids, all right? A lot of y'all supposed to already know this shit. Let's go, all right? The thing is, are you going to be like Janice? Are you going to raise yours like Janice? But then again, some of y'all already gave birth to Janice, baby. Let's go. All right? Nobody's perfect, y'all, but you got to learn now. We got to learn. So look, he was raised. Now we also going to look at how Diddy was raised. And don't matter your race. If you was raised like Diddy, it's no coincidence your family got dysfunction. It's simple, because guess what? Everything Diddy went through, we grew up, it was supposed to be normal. So let's go. His was just worse because he had dope heads around and other people. So look, the house, and we did that a lot. He said he was around all types of alcohol. Now you see why that fool always sold liquor, kept a bottle in his hand? Kept liquor. He was raised like that. Boom. He was around all types of alcohol. He was around reefer, bud, gas, drug addicts, dope heads. See that? Lesbians in the damn 70s, homosexuals in the 70s. Mind you, we don't know if any of them might have touched on Diddy. Mama ain't around. Diddy could have got touched on way back then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Early 70s. Could have got touched on by a dope head. All right? He also could have got turned out by a grown-ass woman. That's how it worked. Diddy fuck around, got PUSSY. He 5 years old. Grown woman turned his ass out. He a sex beast. This shit come from somewhere. Grown-ass woman giving him head at 6 years old, 7 years old. Sex beast. Then, on top of that, then you got rainbow people doing stuff to him. So he got both ways, heterosex, rainbow sex, child, over-intentionalized sex demon that young. That's what I'm saying. This is straight up in your face, mental program. The question is, was Janice with it? Was Janice with it? Was Janice the type of mother, know all them people in the house, and then she just disappear on purpose, leave Diddy in the house? Around a dope ass, you get it? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this how this shit was working. All right, on the weekend, he partied in the house, and we did that a lot. See? Because that was her program. You're going to be a star one day. So I was telling y'all, Miss Tina Knowles had another program. When y'all understand finally, you see it, that so-called black people who you think they are because they black, but you had to get tricked with this black people all as one, but you didn't understand. Some people are fucking lunatics in the head. Yes. Yes. My point is, if all white people know they ain't the same, why the hell all black people understand they ain't the same? That's all I'm trying to tell you. All Asian people know they ain't the same. So why you the only person think like that? No. Some people are raised lunatics. He was. Okay, he black like you. Was you raised in the whole house? Was you raised around dope heads? Was you raised around rainbow people? Was you raised around coming out your room, somebody putting a dope needle in their arm? You go to the bathroom, somebody left a dope needle in the toilet? No, right? Okay then. So what? My point is, just because he the same complexion don't mean he me. That dude grew up different. He's weird. Man, he probably tell his mother, man, shut up when he was 9 years old. Talking back to his mother. All type of shit. A demon. Yes. Yes, he's different. We were, now you see why he did that to Cassie? He don't look at women the same. Get it? He come from environment. That fool don't know about no love. That fool know about other shit. All right, so look, the question is, was he in a program Janice was with? That's the question. Or was it all by mistake? I don't think it was by mistake, y'all, because I know about that era. All right? I've always been asked the question, why? I don't know the answer to why, but I truly believe it. It all goes back to childhood, because that was his normal childhood. Another childhood friend, DJ Easy Lee Davis, is also interviewed in the doc and said that though he never attended Janice parties, hold up, he heard rumors about what went down at that. Everyone was welcome. See what I tell y'all? That's what they started doing to the damn church. Come as you are. You just didn't understand that. When they turned the church to a goddamn club, a nasty place. Yes, they said, come as you are. That's how Janice ran her crib. Come as you are. That's it. You all welcome. Let's go, see? Boom. Went down and that everyone was welcome. Janice had little cool chicks that would come around and she made sure everybody was comfortable, he said. See, she had the hoes. I ain't stupid, bro. His mom a hoe from back in the day, man. I know how this shit worked. It was no such thing in the 60s and 70s as a woman doing a lot of shit without a man. She had to have a man taking care of her, right? She had to be on goddamn welfare back then. Or if she did have a job, they ain't had no big jobs back then. So I know she was dealing with some people. I know what this shit about. She was dealing with that damn government, period. And he was raised up in that shit. Yes. Yes. This when they say that shit about his father getting killed, all that, it got to do with it, but it's letting you know, man, they with the government. That's what they letting you know. Period. Y'all don't understand his families right now. Some of y'all on the internet right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey man, you got people raise foster kids. Foster kids come straight from the government. They tied in with the government. Like I know how this shit work. All right. A family with foster kids is like a government family for real. That's what they are. Because they tied in with the government. Government on speed dial. Government check on kid. That's how that shit works. So like I said, so when you're a foster kid, you already are government. Shit like that. When you on certain systems, you already are raised government. See what I'm saying? If you're a young boy and you get a certain scholarship to go to certain schools, your ass is government. I know how this shit work, man. So I say, man, I don't do that fantasy land, man. This was she raised. So now you'll see this we're looking at psychiatric behavior because this has affected the world. So now you'll see when he was doing this type of shit, it was showing his psychotic behavior, but it also was showing the child in him. Because you don't understand, right? Hip hop makes you a lunatic. I'm not lying to y'all. Hip hop was made to make anybody listen to it a lunatic, a weirdo, a sex demon, and a sex beast. I'm not playing with y'all. It was supposed to be that way. Hip hop was created to be a deviant behavior that can influence and brainwash anybody that listens to it. That was the whole purpose of it. All right, I told you, you check the beginning story of Bambaataa, the beginning story of Diddy. You look at their background, you look at their history, you look at what they did to black people. These are black men that had to be groomed with a certain mentality. Whenever they look at black people, they will never see themselves. Whenever they see black people, they will never have no mercy. They were groomed and trained. It's mental, y'all. It's mental. It's mental. It's mental. All right. See with the Joker card? When I kept telling y'all this whole Diddy thing woke me up to a lot. It taught me a lot. I learned a lot. It made me do more research because I understood this was not just a bunch of jokes. Diddy is the reflection of the black community, y'all. That's what y'all didn't understand. When I was saying he the black leader, he is the black leader because he is the proof of a created black man that everybody followed around the world. And he was put at the top because he comes from a particular program. That's why the average lifestyle of black man, he lived like the Joker. The average black man lived his life playing around, want to be everything else but what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be a man, a father, but he wanted to be a rapper, a drug dealer, everything he saw on TV. All right, it's just what it is, which shows you that people were raised to be big kids. The question is, when you're gonna put that shit away? That's the question. All right, this is mental. Look, so now y'all see, right? Now, mind you, also, this ain't giving Diddy no fucking pass. No, this is you understanding that everybody ain't the same. All right, when I told you some people evil because that's who they are, nigga, this fool was raised to be who he is. That's why he is who he is. He don't see things how you see things. All right, understand that. when he might have got groped on as a young boy by women and men early. Mind you, mama doing it all on purpose. Yup, because they know he's in a program and one day he's going to be somebody, right? So he needs to be introduced to these things early. One day you will be leader of the freak-off parties. Mama taught you the first parties. Do you get it now? Okay then, let's go. Combs released a statement. Mama getting this smoke, mama getting this heat, y'all. She don't want to bear that burden. She don't want to bear that guilt. We saw her going to court with them big ass shades. See? Mama with sun and glory. Shining. Mama don't want to show face no more. Mama went to court, big ass afro wig from the 70s, got them big glasses. But I told y'all that day, that was the clue. When mama went to his fucking court date with that old outfit on, I said, yo, y'all, she like an old prostitute from the 70s. And I'm not playing with y'all. I know how this shit went down, especially from Harlem. Man, that's where all the white Wall Street workers was tricking at, Harlem and the Bronx. So when I be saying shit about fatjoe, his mother was a hoe, I be saying little shit, I'm dead serious because that was the connection. When you was poor in Harlem and Bronx, 70s, that's when a lot of that prostitution was going on. And when they was dope heads, the closest money was downtown Manhattan. That's where all the rich money was at. So yeah, that was no way around that shit. That's why I say a lot of, I'm not doing disrespect, y'all, but it's the truth. Bronx, Harlem, they was in a major mental fucking program. That's why I learned earlier, people from Bronx and Manhattan, they think different from Queens and Brooklyn because they grew up in a different struggle, man. It's the truth, y'all. And then Long Island people grew up different than that. Staten Island grew up different than that because it's your environment. Bronx grew up in a worse environment a human can grow up in if you want to be technical at this time. Harlem at this time. They grew up with straight zombies. All right, with no such thing as protecting kids back then. No such thing as that. All right, so you got to understand when you wasn't smart, you wouldn't make it. And then that's where that whole shit come in with certain people was young, had to be a leader of the household, mama on drugs, shit fucked up, little sisters, cousins. That's all this era we coming through. And then it trickled over to the 80s. But then when people got over the dope, the crack came. And there you have it. All right. Then after the crack came, the rap. And that's how it went. Then you're going to see all of this infused together. I'm going to prove it. Let's go. Because when they told you that all this was a government program, they didn't tell you it was all to manipulate the minds, all right, to destroy your family generation bloodline through brain, all right? So now you see Mama the Hoe? That's why I pulled this up. You see she got on her gypsy rapping, right? Mama's a witch. No coincidence why she got that rap on. No coincidence her name JANICE. Anybody know about Greek mythology? Anybody know about some truth? You know who the hell JANICE is. All right, so it ain't no hard to figure out. Ain't no coincidence. Her name JANICE. Ain't no coincidence. All right, okay. So I told you, it ain't about what you believe. It's about what you know. I never said I believed in Greek mythology, but I know a lot about Greek mythology. Yes, I do. All right, I know a lot about all cultures. So you'll clearly see, look like Mama gypsy to me, but gypsy is another word for a witch. Same thing. See? But you're looking at her. So when I told y'all him and Beyonce got more in common, when I kept telling y'all Jay-Z's a nobody, hopefully you're getting it now. When I tell you they were raised to do the shit they do, they got a whole nother upbringing on purpose. See, when you're looking at Beyonce, her mother could have had in little organizations when she was young, just like Diddy. They are raised to do what they do. They were already groomed to be Hollywood. It was already planned out for them. See, people like Jay-Z had to get a record deal. You don't understand that. You're looking at a warlock, and his mother's a witch. Same thing with Beyonce. She's a witch. Her mother's a witch. Y'all don't understand this shit. You don't. You might have been raised in church all day. They raised backwards from you all day. That's right. They raised different. This fool, like I said, this fool probably knew Greek mythology, zodiacs. He probably knew all that shit before he was 10 years old. Front was in backwards. I'm not playing with y'all. That's how far this shit go back. This fool probably knew about Bacchus, all of this shit. All of these freak-off, he knew how to do all that shit way back when. This fool probably knew about Aphrodite, so all of that. You got to understand that. So you got to understand he was raised to do that. So when you understand that, this is the things that make him elite, because you don't just be elite because of your money. He was elite because of his mental level, and he was the one that can fulfill the process and the program that the powers that be needed him to do. So you got to understand, it ain't no just no, when you carrying out these orders, they don't just get no dummy. He was raised in this shit. So that's why I say when he went to school, that was another learning because he had a job to do. But you're going to see it was the land of backwards land. Now let me perfect it for you to give you some proof from my perspective. Now, first you're going to see he was raised like a weirdo. He was raised like a lunatic. He was raised in dysfunction, right? Okay. It was said he was what? Around grown-ups, getting high, raised in dysfunction. But then what happened? Somewhere out of nowhere, he got civilized. He became a school guy. He became educated. Oh, that means he was wearing suits and ties, and he became educated and learned how to talk proper grammar and be around people, conduct yourself with knives and spoons and table manners. See that? That's how it works. He was born a demon wicked, but then he was groomed and taught how to be perfect, which means something had to happen for him to be born poor or born in Harlem with all these drugs. And all of a sudden, he's older. He automatically in college, D.C. and all this shit. Nah, y'all, sound like a plan to me. A plan. That's right. Her job was to watch over Harlem. His job was to watch over the industry. Yup. Program goes to son. Bloodline. All right? Your mom, she did a lot of good work for us in the 70s. Yes. Your mother, Janice, she got 135 guys locked up with heroin and got 28 of them guys life in jail. Yep, she did a good job for us. So we will repay her by your son. Same story, Shafinia Kaur, 1970s, New York, Black Power, Black Panther, Phoenix Kaur's in court, jail, Black woman, 70s, fight for own rights, buy, sell, beat case. You know, that's fantasy land. Members only, you know this already. All right? Then you're going to see his mother, Tupac mother got this story, but you're going to see Diddy, Tupac, Jay-Z, Biggie, same story. They represent the black man born in a household with a single black mom, and here you have it. Bingo. That's why you're going to see it's not too many successful stories of a rapper with both parents raised correctly, raised right. He's going to be called what? A lame, a cornball, a nerd. Why? To be an official rapper, to promote the rap program, you have to come from a broken home, have no parents. Because when we play this music in the ghetto, everybody in the ghetto don't have no damn parents, and they're going to respect you more. Even if you got a lie saying you ain't got no parents. And a lot of celebrities did that. Lie saying they ain't got no parents, got both parents. When I showed you Raymond Usher the fourth, ain't no such thing as being a fourth. He ain't got all his goddamn parents. So that would mean what? Usher parents sold his ass when he was young. Because if he is the fourth, that mean goddamn Usher come from a bloodline. I ain't stupid. Okay. Y'all don't understand this shit work. When I told you them people come from a certain era, back then, 100,000, man, certain prices, you were sold. You were sold. Shit. Let's go. All right? Now you got an idea the monster created. But now you got an idea how all monsters are created. All right? You had no clue in the 60s, after civil rights, they had plans to turn everybody into monsters. Yep. Yes, they did. Started putting us in them projects. It said we're going to make it look like they got civil rights, but everything we teach them is going to make them be animals, and animals don't have civil rights. That's why you still get knocked up your head and say, civil rights, I didn't do nothing. When you get pulled over, they want you to act like a savage because then they can say, see, you don't know how to act. Bingo. So I'm showing you all this shit was a program, y'all. Everything black was a program. I'm going to keep stressing that because I mean that. They created this behavior. All right? And then you got to remember, it was no such thing as classifying people as black in this country. But you're going to see when that title black came, a whole behavior came with it. It goes back to what I'm showing you. All right? Then I'm going to show you the psychological delusional effects. Right? Janice. Now, not only did Janice raise this fool backwards and raise this fool as a damn demon, this fool tried to turn Mary J. Blige into his damn mother. Part of the mental sickness. The mental lunacy. What's up, Kiona? What's up, Lavish? This is psyche. This is why I tell you, when I meet people now, I look at their psyche. I don't just meet people how they look. I don't care what you got, what you're talking about. I don't care about none of that shit. All I want is a couple conversations with you. That's all I want. Yeah. I want to say a few trigger words. I want to see what make you mad. I want to see who you really are. I'm going to hit that switch. That's right. That's what I've been doing. People think they've been studying me, but I already figured them out a long time ago. I know how to hit switches and push buttons. See that? This is psyche. He tried to turn Mary to his mother. Yes, it's mental, y'all. This is sickening for real. This is sickening. So when I told you he look at Mary as a sister, I'm not playing with y'all. So being that Mary been around from day one, and he made Mary like his sister, but that also might be a way he made made himself never look at Mary like that. You know what I'm saying? He look at Mary as a sister. So I'm just showing you. He turned Mary into his mother, man. This shit mental, bro. You see? All right, then. Mary, whole career, she been in that blonde hair mode, ain't she? That's Janice. All right? So like I told y'all before, Mary know a lot, but she not going to go against him because that's her brother. You see what I'm saying? She not going to go against him, but she ain't going to co-sign him neither. And she knows she ain't nothing she could have did. She couldn't control him. He ain't going to listen to her. She can't tell him stop. But Mary know what's up because she knows. You feel me? If anything Mary knows, she know what his job was to do over that industry. And Mary know she couldn't stop none if she wanted to because she can't. That's the dude that made her career. You feel me? So my point is this. Now I'm going to show you, y'all, because this is tied in that Harlem. This is tied in that New York. This tied in all that Fantasyland shit. I'm about to kill it again. But I'm going to tell you again. When I went into 1960s Black Slaughter, the whole world, or the whole fake reality gimmick of black people think they're going to make it out the ghetto, this is where this shit started at. It started in the 60s. The dreams of being big like the white man. The dreams of watching TV trying to make it out the ghetto. And we're going to make it out the ghetto. We're going to do every same thing the white man did. Same exact thing. We get the same car. We want that same house. We want that picket fence. We want everything that white man got. And we ain't shit unless we can do what that white man do. Because, see, you got to understand these 60s, black people started measuring their success by white success. And that's when they first started going crazy. Yes, yes, yes. And they started doing whatever to have white success. Even though everybody's success is different. But black people started wanting that white success because in the 60s, in the 70s, it took off. Then you're going to see after Vietnam, after a lot of Americans became trained killers, they put them in the neighborhood. They showed you the movie American Gangster, but what they didn't tell you, the truth was of that movie. After Vietnam, that's when the killer was started and the drug dealer was started at a high level. Yes, it was after Vietnam. That's why when they was in Vietnam, they got their ass used to dealing with drugs. They went over there sober, wasn't doing with no drugs. They took their ass to Vietnam. What they started doing, experiment with them drugs. That's right, because they knew when they came back, they were going to be junkies and drug dealers. Yep. And what else? Broken homes. It was a program. 1960s Black Slaughter, this when Americans shifted. When I told you it's a 100-year process, it was the first 50 years of white terrorizing people. Then this started the second 50 years in the 70s where blacks started terrorizing people. But they learned how to terrorize people after Vietnam. Before Vietnam was no such thing as a black killer. See, little things would happen here and there. Oh, he got a gun. Everybody run, little shit like that. But when blacks went to Vietnam, that's when they learned how to be killers and kill anybody they got a problem with. This is where it started from. Before that, poor blacks didn't touch guns. Poor blacks couldn't afford guns. But when they went to that Vietnam, they let them get turned out holding them guns. Let them get turned out shooting. Then what they were going to do? Well, a lot of them got wiped out because that was part of the program. But the ones that came back, they knew they would have high mental issues and they would be trained killers and they would go back to your neighborhood and back in your household. And they would be drug heads on dope, smoke a lot of weed. It would be junkies. Mental issues, but one thing it will be is straight killers, and that's what happened. All right. Then if you come from a white household, your dad might have came home, started beating your ass, beating your mama ass, couldn't keep a job, you started losing everything, and your dad just couldn't get right. Yep, that's what happened. So hey, if you white and you grow up poor white trash, if your dad was in Vietnam, that's not a coincidence. Nope. So look, this is when they started the dreams, and this is when Janice wanted to dream to make it out the ghetto. And I think Janice started teaching that to her son, but that was always the program. So look, this is why I call him a shiny Negro. This is where it started from. Let's go. Harlem, right? Harlem is the home of lies and fake dreams. Period. Lies and fake dreams. Harlem is named after the Dutch, a city in Dutch, Amsterdam. Amsterdam conquered Manhattan, destroyed the natives. All right? So nowadays when I'm smart, I don't care about the name Harlem. All right. Every time you say Harlem, you're saying the Dutch that killed the Indians. Every time you say it, it's right. Period. It's right. Every time you say Harlem, you bigging up the place that the people are from that destroyed your ass and destroyed your ancestors. So I don't care about that word. I don't care about the Duke of York. I don't care about none of that. All right. But I'm going to show you where this brainwash come from. When they started the fake reality that Negroes are celebrities. When they started the program that niggas going to make it out the hood from selling drugs. Negro that come from the 70s, we followed that shit 80s, 90s, 2000s. But nobody wanted to accept the fact. The truth is that the stereotype or the lies that you're never going to make it out the ghetto anyway. You're only going to the damn prison, the ground. That's it. All right? So they created fake drug dealers. I already told you when they started putting drug dealers on fucking magazines, Nicky Barnes on a magazine. No, they were promoting fake heroes. There was no such thing as a rapper. So back then you promoted a singer and a drug dealer. But as time went on, they put them together. The singer and the drug dealer became what? The rapper. Huh? That's why I told you. Within rap, you're going to see all of that. The flashy mentality. It comes back from selling niggas the dream. You're going to make it out the ghetto. Then in 2000, you still listen to rap talking about you're going to make it out the ghetto. You still was watching rappers pulling out money, make it out the ghetto. Same shit. You went nowhere in 50 years because of rap program. I'm going somewhere with it. This is why Diddy was in charge of the shit, because he was around it back then. That's why he knew about the minks and the lint. You get it? He learned the etiquette from the drug dealers back in the day. His mom, his household. You're looking at Aretha Franklin, because celebrities were the only visual of success. They were the only visuals of success. What only heroes black people had of success? Drug dealers, celebrities. To this day, your whole life, drug dealers, celebrities. You guys still talking about Big Meech home. Before that, you was like Alpo home. You're still taught to praise failures from prison. You're still taught to praise people that destroyed your community. Even though half of these people was already working for the government, use your fucking brain. Do you think Big Meech sold all that drugs all that time, him and his brother? Do you really believe that shit? You believe they was never working for them people? All right, then. Don't you got proof the real Rick Ross was working for the goddamn CIA? Okay, then. Every single big drug dealer in this country was working for them people. Because when the shipments came in and your neighborhood had to be destroyed, somebody had to do it. So the truth of the matter is Big Meech did destroy Detroit. He did. All right? Alpo did destroy Harlem. Yes. Rick Ross did destroy LA. Yes. Why? Because we're not going to count all the households that got destroyed. We're not going to count all the kids that got put in systems. We're not going to count all the grandmothers that lost their deed to their house and that shit became a bando. So these niggas ain't no heroes, y'all. And when you salute them now, you're going to look like a goddamn idiot, a lunatic, and a fool. All right? That's why I kept telling y'all them days over with. Back in the day, we did that. We don't do that no more. All right? All right? If you know the drugs came from the government, how could you sit and big up a drug dealer when 9 times out of 10 he was working for the government? It's common sense. Common sense. All right? Common sense. Period. I already went in all this 1960s black slaughter. I'm going into this because this is where Janice get this shit from. Janice taught her to Diddy. Now you see where he get it from. The fake drug dealer from Harlem persona. But the whole time, all their job was to destroy black people. That's their job. All right? When they started showing black solo movies, Superfly, all this bullshit, you're going to make it out the ghetto pimping. Niggas tried that. It didn't work. They told you going to make it out pimping. They told you going to make it out playing basketball, make it out selling drugs. You're going to make it out rapping. You're going to do all this shit. Look at your hood right now, 2025. Do you now acknowledge the fact that it was a 50-year lie? Okay, then. So now you're going to see this is Diddy we're talking about, because all this shit was embodied in him. This is his spirit. People that know spirit know what I'm talking about. All of this is Diddy's spirit. I'm talking about it because he put it to the world. All right? His spirit is what affected everybody. The true spirit or the true story of Frank Lucas, the Harlem drug lord who built heroin empire, you believe that shit? No, the movie was telling you, American Gangster was telling you he worked for the goddamn government, fool. He worked for the government. They got a country ass nigga from North Carolina and turned him into a celebrity. All right? That's all this shit was. There's no such thing as a nigga walking around with minks in Harlem selling all this goddamn dope and not go to jail. No. Bullshit. But when somebody had to flood out that goddamn neighborhood, you go get a nigga from North Carolina to do it. That's a country hungry boy. And let him flood Harlem out. Let him do that shit. That's what happened. Because they knew one day our elders was going to own shit. They knew that. All right? Fake ass celebrity. That's right. A fake ass celebrity. No such thing as rapper then Frank Lucas. 1990s, rapper Frank Lucas. Diddy. Same shit. All right? That's why back in the day, they told you was going nowhere. This come from the 1960s, the same era. This when Diddy was born. This from 1970s, Harlem, New York. Y'all didn't understand. When they were showing black kids in the ghetto like this, they really were showing you, you black boys, you're prisoners. You're never going nowhere. When you do get older, you're going to do the same thing in a goddamn prison. because you didn't understand your life was controlled. Your life was already predicted. It was already meant to be exactly the way it is because your shit is out of script. Yes, this is the picture. All y'all gonna be in jail one day. Did they lie to us? Did they lie to us? Y'all ain't never going nowhere. You're gonna be in the same situation. Did they lie to us? No. The truth of the matter is they knew anybody following that street shit, this is where you're gonna be at. That's what they didn't tell you. Anybody don't get their mind out that goddamn ghetto, this is where you're gonna be at. That's what they didn't tell you. But this is the proof of black boys locked up. That's what this means. And I showed y'all this shit many times, Chicago, New York, because y'all didn't understand it was a program. That's right. It's a program. Mind control. Right? Let's go. Rocky ass life for pushers. What am I showing you? How history repeats itself. It's no coincidence Trump said he gonna give what? Fentanyl pushers life. Let's go back. This when dope was out of control. They were pushing for them to get life. To show you the report about your life has not changed. Why? You got flooded with drugs back then. To stop it, we're giving them life. Somehow crack came. And then after that, fentanyl come. Fentanyl get pushed so hard, they got to start threatening people with life. But guess what? They only talk about life after the damage is already done. We just went through a whole phase of different mentalities, born on a lot of shit. My point is, the damage is done. Newsflash. Let me show you Negroes going to jail in the early 70s, 1969, when Diddy was born. So you got to understand, this when Janice had a whole house. And this is what was going on. So we looking at all the shit Diddy was raised around in Harlem. Then also show you how it relates with the black community, how nothing ain't changed. You was always supposed to party, die, go to jail. It's right here. Then I want you to see one thing. All of this was put in rap. That's why in rap, every rapper had to go to jail. Every single one of them. It was all together. I told you all this shit was a government program. They took everything from a major events in the 60s, 70s, and put all that shit in one thing called rap. That's right. Okay, back in the day, old heads told you about they had zip guns. Nowadays, they have what? Ghost guns. Same shit. The black experience will never change. It will just go in circles and cycles. This time, there's no more cycles because now it's destroyed. All right? And I'm going somewhere with it. So I don't want nobody ever to talk about no fake ass celebrity because all of them was controlled. You pick one. Frank Lucas, Sean Diddy Combs, JAYZ, Sean Carter, the same motherfuckers. All right? This is why you was in fantasy land. Because you believed in false heroes. Then had a nerve to praise Alpo when he came home in 2020. Told you, man. Your whole life was characters. You went from cartoon, Disney World to real life characters. You didn't watch Barney, but you believed in fucking Frank Lucas. Okay, then. You stopped watching Cookie Monster and Big Bird, but you still was watching Jay-Z and Beyonce. What's the difference? Ernie and Bert. What's the difference? It ain't no difference because they all were puppets on strings. This is when I told you your whole life got altered with them damn cameras and TVs. Your whole life was based on visuals, perception, but you didn't know these perceptions were manufactured for you to get a false image. That's why you can look at Denzel till he portraying a false image. It's all false. Frank is false. They make a fake movie about another fake nigga, huh? And then somebody fake gonna follow him. Yeah. But meanwhile, you're gonna see everything will be a father. You give me one black movie where a black man showing you how to be a father from front to back. You show me that. You're not gonna see that. That's called a crime. All right. Now, I done gave you one part of Diddy life. I'm showing you Frank Lucas. This part of Diddy life. All right. You see it. Now, what else? Let's go to Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is the proof. This is how Diddy was raised. We got the proof. His life come out of movies. I'm going to prove something else to y'all. Watch this. On the weekend, Diddy party in the house, and we did a lot. What'd he say? Tim Dog Patterson speaks at length about the parties Janet Combs threw back when they were children. Minors. Mama got minors in parties with trans, flaming men, alcohol, weed smoke in the air. Diddy could be brand down from smelling weed smoke early. Point is, Janice was a bitch and a hoe. That's right. He was around all type of alcohol. He was around reefer, smoke, drug addicts around, lesbians around, flaming sexuals around. He was around pimps. Now you see why his ass is sex trafficking? Y'all don't get it. Now y'all see that? This fool probably had pimp schooling him when he was goddamn young teenager schooling him, man. But was it on purpose? That's all you got to ask. He was around drug dealers. This fool was selling pink cocaine, selling drugs. He was sex trafficking, pimping. He in trouble for that. Every single thing his mother had him around, he's in trouble for, touching on minors. Okay, his mother did it. It was her. The question is, was it all a program? Meaning, specifically, we're going to pick this woman, Janice, and this is what's going to happen. Then when it's all said and done, we will study the results. It's not a coincidence. That's why I told you I ain't stupid. He was around pimps. He's in jail for sex trafficking. That's a pimp charge. Selling drugs. He's around drug dealers. Partying. He's the party king. Alcohol. This fool sell you liquor, throws the parties. No, he was raised to do that shit. Yes, he was raised to do it. That was his education. Then he went to school and got the other education that he needed. Yes, he was being educated. Same way a lot of us was. It's called what? Street smart. Yes. Just that a lot of our street smarts, it came on our own. My street smart was not by my damn mother. All right? But his mother taught him that shit. Period. And the reason why I know that, because I know for a fact growing up, I had friends, their mother let them sell drugs. Yes. I got friends, more than one, their mother let them sell drugs. They knew where their stash was at. They knew where that money came from. And I had homeboys that were giving their mother money when we was young. So I know this shit. I know some mothers will pimp their goddamn son. These are facts. Yes, they will. All right. I got many homeboys that did this shit. Yup. Mama know what they doing. Mama straight. He get locked up. Mama right there. Mama know what he do. It's right. Mama know where the guns at. All that. So yes, his mother's like that. And that was going on. We was going up because I told y'all they from a certain era where all they know is money, 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 money. And they sell your ass out. That's right. I'm not playing with you. That's that bloodline. That's that family. And you got to understand, when I crack these jokes, it's for real because you got to understand what they come from. They came from some shit where black people only saw success on TV, man. That's it. People that's born in that era, all they know is if you black, you get treated like shit. And when you got money, white man treats you a little better. That's all they ever knew, y'all. So you got to understand, these people grew up with this mentality. The generation of buying a whole bunch of shit. The baby boomers, they just buy shit. I watch it to this day. A lot of stuff I talk y'all about, it be shit in my family. When I be beefing, when I be talking politics, my family beef over politics, fool. Religion, my family beef over that. You come to my family, you talking that politics shit, you talking about the wrong politician, your ass gonna get smoked. You gonna say, look, I don't want to be around your family no more. That's how it's gonna be. I am not playing with y'all. That's why I'm like this. When I be telling you about the black experience, I'm talking about my own experience. I'm talking about my own family, my own bloodline. Man, my own family weirdos now. That's right, because I know the truth. They still go buy shit. Man, my people, man, they be still just doing shit for no reason. I told you, man, when you buying a car every 2 years, to me, you start to look crazy now. What you doing? You ain't got, what the hell is wrong with y'all? No, y'all from the era where you just buy shit, a whole big-ass house, nothing else in it. No fucking love. That's where we come from. Everything material, no fucking love. That's called what? Delusional weirdo behavior. So now you see what Diddy? He raised in a house with everything. All the fun, all the partying. But where the fuck was his mom at? Where's the nurturing? Or did mama raise him to be a goddamn demon? It's very simple. It's very simple. Salute to everybody that's here. I've been heating up. I ain't been watching the chat. I will, though. But you got to understand, y'all. Diddy is the figurehead. He is the example. I told you he's the avatar. But Diddy represents a lot of people's life. That's why a lot of people are affected with this Diddy trial by many ways. Diddy trial opens up Pandora's box, y'all. That's why I know a lot of people don't want to deal with it. It deals with the trauma of the man. It deals with the single parenting. It deals with the poverty. It deals with sacrificing. It deals with chasing this thing called success. But when it's all said and done, when your son become a billionaire but his ass in jail, what the fuck was it about? Oh, it wasn't about the money. It was about the millions of people that already got destroyed in the process. Okay? So when you understand this was a government program, you're going to understand how many people got destroyed from the 90s to 2000s following this idiot. All right? So everybody around here know what's up. When you understand these mind control programs, you will understand why these celebrities were created. And then you'll understand why life is the way it is. I'm just giving you an example of one called Diddy. Okay, let's say you're white. Well, if I do my homework, okay, say you're a white woman. If I study the Britney Spears program, That might apply to your life because each celebrity represents a fragment or a piece of our life. And I can prove every single last one of our life through a celebrity. Okay. Tyler Perry represents the gay man that grew up. Okay. Grew up facing gay challenges. And if you study Tyler Perry, he's going to tell you about that lifestyle because he represents that lifestyle. Get it? Each one of them represents a fragment of your imagination. And the plan is for you to follow them. Man, I wish I could be a drug dealer like Frank one day. Damn, if Tyler Perry made it, I can make it too. When you're really supposed to say, what can I do on my own I could think of right now to make it and be great? That's how it's supposed to go. But we were taught to look at others and then find your success in others. But what you don't understand, the powers that be, they knew this a long time ago. So they knew whoever they look up to, make sure they're dysfunctional. Whoever they fall in love with, always make sure there's something wrong with them on purpose. And that's how it goes. That's why every time we was growing up, you heard about George Jefferson. We watched him as a perfect father. What happened? George Jefferson gay. We watching Fresh Prince. He plays the role of a perfect father. Everything right. Uncle Phil, he gay. Why? That was to shatter us. Shatter us. Never give them a perfect example of a man. Never. Never. So even if he portray an image on TV, he's gay. It's on purpose. All right? It's on purpose. That's why you're going to say, I'm going to show y'all something, man. I don't deal with that disappointed shit. I tell you, I don't care about nothing, man. I learned that from a kid, man. You can always get your feelings hurt, believing and depending on shit or thinking it's this and it's that. No. I'm showing you something, man. It was designed for your life to be disappointment. That's what I'm telling you. It was always like that. For you to believe in this idiot, then at the end of it, when it's all over with, you find he was a jackass and an idiot and a fool. You get it? They put you in cults on purpose for you to get all the way to the end, TD Jakes, to find out your preacher was a piece of shit. You follow Dr. York 30 years to get you there to find he's a piece of shit. You follow Bambaataa, find it. It's always like that. What part y'all understand? Because your life was based on disappointment and failure because that's part of your fucking program. All right? I'm saying that to say this shit coming to an end. This bitch created this man. So understand, don't be like Janice and make no more demons like this girl. All right? It's that simple. She is the whore of Babylon. All right? That's why it's no coincidence ass was born in fucking New York City. It's not a coincidence. The wickedest man was born in New York City. It's not a coincidence. All right? You're going to learn something today. All right? Carlito's Way. Mighty Funny came on the other day. Why am I showing you this? Because now I'm going to show you Diddy in another movie. This movie represents Diddy at the time when he made it. Is it a coincidence Diddy was wearing these glasses? Remember when Diddy was wearing these glasses, y'all? I done showed y'all. Huh? Remember, I done showed y'all. He was wearing them same glasses. Don't make me pull it up. But this represents Diddy. When what? When he got to a certain level and was rich. What is it talking about? Well, it showed you how Sean Penn was the lawyer, but he was a lawyer that went so goddamn far with corruption. He became wicked and evil and against the law. He became a murderer, a killer. He was on drugs. He was doing a whole lot of shit. But he had went so far. He was with the law. He was legit, but he went so far left. He became corrupt like Diddy. Told y'all he did too much. Then it ain't no coincidence when they show you the movie, they show you Sean Penn, his lawyer, supposed to be where? In the Hamptons, throwing a party. Then to make it stick to you more, I did my research. This movie came out the same exact year of what? Bad Boy, 93. Because a lot of y'all didn't understand, man, your whole life come out of movies. I told you that. They will take script from here, script from there, script from there, and make that shit your life. This Carlito's Way, when you see the lawyer, he is Diddy. Yup. And it show how the lawyer turned into a killer. Because Diddy turned it, you get it? When Diddy was in that game, remember he was a nerd getting chased, all this shit. Then he turned into this damn monster, right? It's all in here. Yep. And in this movie, in this particular scene, that's Diddy, that's Jay-Z. Because the lawyer, he has to commit a murder, but he need Carlito to do it. And that's Jay-Z. And he owes him, and they got to do it. He got nothing to say, he got to do it. Now he can say he can do about it. It's all in the movie. All right? But Sean Penn character at this point represents Diddy, a person that was down with the law, that went above the law and went too far. All right? All in the movie. And it ended up bad for Sean Penn. See? That's when he snapped out. All the way snapped out. That's Diddy. See that? All the way snapped out. There you go. All in the movie, y'all. Yep. And there's no coincidence. This take place in New York. Nope. And it came on the other day. So when I told y'all, I didn't give y'all a hint. You go back in all these classic movies, you have to remember this, y'all. Them shits look totally different because they're on HD now. I told y'all, man. They've been showing all the classes back because you got to understand these movies are American history. They're time capsules, and these movies will help bring some of y'all back to reality, get you out of fantasy land. That's what it's about. When you watch Carlito's Way and you're from New York and you get to see how New York used to be before it got changed, that means something. That wakes you up. All right. So I'm just going to show you this where Diddy come from. Script out of movie. All right. Frank Lucas, the drug dealer. Diddy got pink cocaine drugs. Lawyer, CEO, with the law, goes above the law, goes too far. All right. See how this shit work? It all goes together, y'all. Oh, didn't approve it. My people that know about movies. Who's in Carlito's Way Part 2? Who has a role in Carlito's Way Part 2? Okay, then. But in this movie, Sean Penn is Diddy. Yes. But it's no coincidence Diddy's in Part 2. Yes. Because I know this shit. I've been decoding movies for a long time, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all this hint again, man. And I'm going to be doing movie decode. I know I've been saying it, but I had to get shit ready. I'm about to be ready for it. A lot of movies are related. Y'all just don't know that. Because that's how they do that shit. Like, we was talking about Demolition Man. And we talk about that movie Judge Dredd. They related. Get it? That's how movies work too. Like, I can show you how you can watch this movie. This shit might have came out 10 years ago, but what you didn't know, this movie we watching now is really part 2 from that movie. And they just don't tell you like that. And then you got to take those movies, put it together. Get it? I'm gonna tell you how this shit been working, man. That's why that Hollywood movie shit is so deep, man. Because they put all the truth in signs and symbols and characters. Meaning, a child could be born right now. You know what they'll say? We're going to give him the script from Scarface. We're going to give him the script from Marlon Brando. We're going to raise him just like Marlon Brando. This is the shit they do. Tell you, man, when you create false reality, when you create a puppet, you actually create a script for them too. And it's already planned out. They just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. Rich people know what I'm talking about. Because when you're rich, your kids ain't got no option. They're going to do what the fuck you got planned for them. Yep, you're going to Yale, and that's what's going to happen. And if whatever you got to do, your ass is going to graduate. You ain't, that's whatever you had in your brain you thought you was going to do, you're going to do exactly what mom and dad said you're going to do. And that's how that shit works when you're rich. So, just to show you, is it a coincidence? Diddy's finished. Will Smith is finished. Chris Rock. This was the last days of glory, like I was telling y'all. This was the start of Hollywood being over. When I told y'all Hollywood and the rap game was over, it was from these clues. Anybody on this channel, it's on the What's Poppin' show. It's not on members only. I did a video called Hollywood Has Officially Collapsed. That was 2 years ago. But now after this fire, it officially collapsed. Yes. But I knew it collapsed because of the big figures. I saw Chris Rock the other day at the Knicks game. He was there on Friday. He in good graces because you should already know Chris Rock down with. Chris Rock is from New York. He didn't go against the grain. You should know Chris Rock down with. You never saw him campaign for blue. You should know who he down with. Okay. All the celebrities in good face was showing their face at the Knicks game. Guess who else? Man, I think Spike Lee might be a snake because I on some real shit. I think Spike Lee down with Trump too, and I think he was finessing that blue party. Spike Lee, no. If he don't want to get his ass kicked out of New York, he know what's up. Let's go. Let's go to LA now, y'all. Let's go to LA. How many updates, y'all? I've been seeing some of y'all give us some good updates in the chat, y'all. As of now, man, nobody knows what's going to happen to California, y'all. Nobody knows they're going to get wiped out. Let me tell you how real shit is. The playoff game was last night. LA Rams, the Chargers playing. Now, I ain't going to lie. I wanted to bet on the game because I knew they was going to lose. I knew the LA Chargers was going to lose because I knew there was no such thing as them going back to LA playing a second game because LA being destroyed. I didn't bet last night, but I would have won because I knew they was not going back to LA to play no more games. As of now, y'all, nobody knows what's going to happen in Los Angeles, all right? As of now, I done seen way more spots evacuating. I don't know. I don't got no numbers to tell y'all. I told y'all they've been manipulating numbers. I seen 3 days straight. They've been showing 180. 2 days ago, I showed you 360. All right. We know this because it came through Yahoo and other news outlets. I don't know the numbers, y'all. I don't know shit. All I know is they playing around, and I know for a fact it is very, very horrific because it's being hidden. But I really know because the fire didn't stop yet, y'all. It didn't stop. It didn't stop. So common sense will tell you, maybe some more stuff gonna be destroyed. All right. And it's mass evacuations, y'all. Let's go. Tens of thousands of people are under evacuation orders in Los Angeles. See how they play games? Tens of thousands. No, it ain't no tens of thousands. It's hundreds of thousands. I'm gonna always show you how they manipulate numbers. Now look, this is from what? Yesterday, January 11th, in the daytime. Showing you. This is how they play around with shit. No, because it was hundreds of thousands already by yesterday. When I told y'all the smoke was going to be the excuse for the evacuation. So you got to understand it's two things going on. The fire is one thing, destroying the property. Yesterday it was 50-something billion already destroyed. But the smoke is for the evac. The smoke is for the evac excuse. This is why it's no telling what's going to happen. It's no telling how many people about to get their ass out of there. And it's no telling who ain't coming back. Why? Perimeters are, look, they was telling people 2 days ago you can't go in your neighborhood. That was 2 days ago. So that's when I knew it was locked down in effect. That's right. Lockdown in effect. Nothing you could do about it. If your house is intact, your neighborhood is in order, everything in your crib. If it's smoke in your neighborhood got evacuated. That means you can't do shit. So that's why I'm telling you, this what's going on. It's a dirty game. You know what else I know? Then I saw a special on TV, y'all. Watching this shit. The hardware store was talking about how he's going to be back for the repairs and the rebuild. A hardware store. He said he was gone when the shit happened. But this gonna be the only hardware store everybody get their shit from. You know what that means? Only hardware store in that community. He about to get rich. And that's what's happening. But he was gone before it happened. They say a mayor, somebody was gone before it happened. I don't know. But the rebuild has already started. This how I know. I'm also going to give y'all this one too. We're going to talk about it. Now, see that? These are all evacuations they're not talking about. Because for real, now, when it comes to the truth, they always got to release the truth. They're going to always release the truth through public information. That's always. The thing is, where are they going to release it? And how they going to release it? That's the part you got to find. So that's why I've been telling you when I be doing media, I know how to look for shit. I know how to do things. This how I know how to get you to certain information. All right? Because like I said, they ain't hiding nothing. It ain't no secret, but they're not going to promote it. So my point is, if I didn't look, I would have no clue how many people being goddamn evacuated. Each blue dot is a neighborhood, a house within a community. So you do the math. Do you see now how the smoke is, this shit is doing more damage than what you thought it was? The smoke is doing the damage. The smoke, all them neighborhoods, homeless, evacuated, military run through home. Okay? Simple. No, y'all. And it ain't stopped. It did not stop. To the point, I'm ready to go look up some history and see was it ever some shit like this? How many days did it last? For real. Understand that. And then what else, y'all? Mighty funny. Right after the holiday, all that shopping, matter what you bought in your house, that shit means nothing. Told y'all, man. Why? Because they was living like back in the days of the baby boomers where you just shop and buy a lot of stuff, have a packed house full of every goddamn thing. Then when it's time to evacuate, you ain't got no money. And know your shit gonna burn. Because that's the era they from. The material era. That's why I told y'all certain people, man, you ain't supposed to be living like that no more. You got to break out of this shit. Ain't about what you have physically. It's about what you got in your goddamn account. See, we come a generation, have a lot of shit, no money in account. Just look like a lot of shit. Then got to go to the pawn shop. No. Way this world is now, you get the word some shit like this happening, get family together, leave. That's it. We'll handle that, we get back. Matter of fact, I might be out of work for a month. I'm straight. They want to fire me, I get unemployment, I'm good. That's how you got to live now, y'all. Can't live like that other way no more. You're going to be in bondage. I'm telling you. Nothing means nothing. See all them goddamn neighborhoods? See all them blue dots? Mass evacuation, y'all. Now, before that, Cali already had an exodus. Those are people that left on their own. That was almost 1 million. Where's the reparations at? Anybody that was promoting black people to get reparations, would it be wrong if I hunt you down and beat the shit out of you for lying? Because they need reparations for real. Everybody need reparations now. Look at this. But guess what? Your reparations is with the cleanup team. So if you're in Los Angeles, you better try to get on one of them cleanup teams right now and get you some money. That's what you better be trying to do. That's what you better do. But then again, it might be like world trade. Everybody with the cleanup might get sick like world trade. See that? Bingo. That's why I say, man, this is a dirty game being played right here. But you got to understand, y'all, the truth of the matter is California was the wickedest state in this country and the biggest. Yep. Los Angeles is the wickedest city in this country. Yes. Let me see. Let's compare California to New York. Let's compare Los Angeles to New York City. Nah, Los Angeles the worst because y'all got more shit going on. Y'all got surfers and all this other shit. Y'all got shit be going on by the water. See, in New York, ain't nobody gonna be found dead by the beaches and shit like that. Cali, I got too much shit going on. All right? And no another day in Cali, in my opinion, nobody in California really got principles like that. Then they also always said the people in California fake as hell. They always said that. They phony and fugazi. So that's the home of Hollywood. It's supposed to be fake, phony. That means there's no real love. That means Cali worse than New York. Because at least in New York, you get real love. Right? And one thing about New York, people love you, they love you. I don't know about in Cali, I ain't never seen no real love. I don't even know if Cali love people, period. I don't know. That's all I know, y'all. But I know in New York, man, they love you, no matter what you got, who you are. It's just what it is. All right? But all I'm telling you is this. It's no coincidence why one of the wickedest states going through this hell. It's not a coincidence, bro. Not just wickedest state, wickedest cities. At all. We're going to act like all them people ain't died from gangbanging in that one city. We're going to act like damn near everywhere you walk in California might be blood under that ground. We're going to act like in all them neighborhoods ain't a lot of blood in that soil. No, y'all, this shit is all poison for real. It is. It's just all poison, and it is. Nothing we can do about it. All right? It just ain't. You act like all them people ain't get killed the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020s, all that murder. That's just one thing. That's also the home of sex trafficking. The state with the biggest sex trafficking range is California, fool. The most corruption, California. The most computer hackers, California. The most migrants, California. That shit is corrupt. Now you see? Okay, then. It's a reason. See that? Then you'll see clear as day. Guess what? I spoke about Long Beach the other day. Long Beach ain't getting destroyed. Why? That's where the ship's coming at, the merch. When it's time for rebuild, everything comes through Long Beach. But guess what? Long Beach, when everything get rebuilt, Long Beach get money. Anybody work the docks, when it's rebuilt, you're going to get paid. That's what it's about, overtime. That's what's going to happen. So anybody doing bad, broke in this country right now, doing bad, better start getting ready to get with some of this rebuilding shit. Especially in California. You can get some good money over there. But this is why they had to have it where the last day you have a bad background. Messed up background, can't get a government job, can't get a city job, can't get no money. Even though migrants just came here, they could have been straight killers from their country, but you wouldn't know that, would you? Even though they just came here, they could have been straight Geppettos in their country, but you wouldn't know that, would you? But they come here, they fresh, clean background, get them job. Even though they told you to your face, they even opened up prisons and sent their ass here. Prison gangs sent their ass right here. And some of them gonna be getting jobs because they got new backgrounds. That's what happened. So anyway, you're seeing it. It's all control. So look, when I told you the other day, when people saying certain neighborhoods in LA good, the fire hit this neighborhood. But I said, y'all don't know how this shit work. It's the smoke. Now the smoke, not only for the toxins, the smoke is the excuse for the lockdown, the evacuation. So now, y'all, basically, Los Angeles is being emptied. It's being evacuated. FEMA camp, y'all. FEMA camp. Understand that. I don't got to be in Los Angeles right now, but I bet you anybody around here, you go by them damn stadiums, and I bet you're going to see some shit. I'm saying, I would just leave it at that. Y'all got about, what, 3-4 stadiums? Go by them stadiums, you're going to see where the real action at. But guess what? The way the city going to be set up with evacuation, it's also going to be set up where you ain't going to be able to see nothing. Because it's going to be certain perimeter set, and you ain't going to know nothing. I'm telling you, man. Yep. See that? All them blue dots. All them evacuations, y'all. All them evacuations. So that's why I say they just say numbers on TV. You know what I'm saying? To make shit up, but you ain't never gonna know. All you gotta know is goddamn neighborhoods being dispersed. Neighborhoods. All right. I could talk New York. Whole Harlem evacuated. Whole Harlem. Whole East New York evacuated. Whole Jamaica, Queens evacuated. Get it? Whole Hempstead evacuated. Whole Staten Island, you gotta go. That's what's going on, y'all. The LA version. Whole Coney Island gotta leave out of nowhere after Christmas. What you gonna do? That's what's happening. I saw people walking down the block with suitcases with their clothes in it. They couldn't just stay and do nothing. Mind you, your neighborhood ain't got no fire, but they saying the smoke, you gotta go. There ain't no fire, we gotta leave. That's what's happening. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Then remember, these companies, these jobs, they gonna bite the bullet. They straight. These companies, they can stay closed for a while to get through this shit. Understand that? Did it happen during George Floyd and C-19? Did a lot of businesses stay open during C-19 even though they wasn't getting no money? Even though George Floyd, all on marching, shit got destroyed, did these businesses make it through? Because the business is always going to make it through. It's called what? Bailouts, loans. So the business is going to be back. They know this money over fist. I'm telling you, LA, it's still going to be money out there because they said it's over 50-something billion in what? Destruction, landmarks. So that's a lot of goddamn rebuilding, which means it's going to be jobs regardless. But this shit right here ain't over yet. It's to the point where I ain't gonna lie to you, when this shit over, if you legit, you can literally move to Cali and be a new Cali resident if you get you a new job and you can fucking work in Cali and get money now. That's the fucked up shit about it. All right? You've been in Cali your whole life. You get wiped out right now. Somebody right now on the East Coast, I'm gonna go out there and do some work. Let me put my application in right now. Next thing you know, I'm in LA working. You gone. I'm in your hood working, getting paid. I'm downtown LA in the hotel. You gone. See how easy that shit is? That's what the fuck gonna happen, y'all. That's how the shit work. You know what I'm saying? Same way in New York. We got kicked out of New York. We going through hell. They moved migrants and in there in Manhattan chilling, find out a hotel, chilling. It's mad people in New York ain't never stayed in no damn find out a hotel. They ain't never stayed in never. So I know where this shit go. Same with LA. You in LA, y'all was in LA your whole life. But guess what? Now other people gonna come there and be chilling like it ain't nothing. Because I can go to New. That's like say if somebody can go to LA right now to clean up. Guess what that really is? A free vacation. Free vacation with pay. Hotel. Get paid. Do my work. When I ain't working, I go outside Hollywood. I'm chilling. That's how it's gonna go, y'all. Because I told you I don't gotta be there. Rodeo Drive ain't gonna get destroyed. I ain't stupid. Sunset, all that shit ain't getting destroyed. So is LA really getting destroyed? Okay then. Look like a reset to me. Understand that. But you got to understand this too. People in Los Angeles been playing around. The land of paradise, the land of fun. But most of them became party animals and about nothing, like Florida. That's right. These beautiful places also attract bums, man. You got to remember that. Bums, homeless people, drug addicts love beautiful places that don't get cold. That's right. Florida is California on the East Coast. What I showed you this other day, this is the proof of the lockdown. I gave you the proof already. I gave you the martial law. I gave you the what? National Guard vehicles. I showed you the FEMA headquarters where they putting people at. Here's the proof. Neighborhood shut down. You don't see no fire. This is how it works. Neighborhood shut down. Your ass got to leave. That's how it works. So you see this right here? Everywhere you see a blue dot, that's what's going down. Every single place you see a blue dot. Perimeter, lockdown. See that? Bingo. That's it. It's official. Nobody's coming back till they say when. But guess what? Nobody knows when it's over. That's the thing. All right? So now you can't go home. I wonder if you got money on you. I wonder if you got cash. Hopefully you got an ATM card. And then hopefully you got money on that. Now you see what I was telling you people with members only? When I was breaking down the art of never going broke, well, you need everything. You need cash, coins. You need money on your Cash App. You need money on your bank account. You need money on 4-5 different accounts, idiot. I told you that. I can have money on my sports bet account right now. Say some shit happen, man, I could take my money off that shit. That's right. It's no more one-way shit. That's your grandma, your mama. I told you already. That's the old America, living on faith and prayer. I just hope I just make it through and everything gonna be all right. I get paid next week and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It don't work like that. Cancel your fucking plans. Your plan is get money 24/7. That's the plan. Robot. They want to turn you into a robot? Well, turn yourself to a robot that just get money. That's it. All I do is get coins and take care of business. That's it. Fuck all that other shit. I'm pretty sure in Cali they were doing a lot of partying, having a lot of fun, la land, smoking the best of weed, out all night, having a ball. But when reality set in, can you leave California? Can you afford to lose everything and start over? That's the question. What are you guys eating now? You can't eat no home-cooked food, no supermarket, no. FEMA camp. That's what's going down. All right? Question is, did the homes burn yet? We still have no proof if Diddy home burned. So let's ask a question. Is everywhere else burning? Is everywhere getting smoked out? And the freak-off mansion is still in good order? Nobody knows. I still don't know, y'all. I have no clue if the freak-off mansion burnt down. Everything else burnt down. That's confirmed. We have no proof if the freak-off mansion is burnt down. All right? So that's why I'm trying to show y'all. Even though Diddy's in New York, 3,000 miles away, he's still in this shit because his house is in this shit. His house is tied into this. His house is the house of all houses, the house of 1,000 dildos. I mean 1,000 bottles, baby, y'all, and 700 dildos. The freak-off mansion. All right? So look, the question is, did it burn down? Because people say a lot of proof and evidence is being destroyed. All right? So as you see, them fools had their own city. But let's look at how this whole shit works. They get the fire and the people get the smoke. They get the fire and their fans get the smoke. See that shit? Double-edged sword, y'all. Fire and the smoke. But then again, you heard about fire and brimstone, right? Well, that's what's fucking up LA right now. Told you, man, we don't know about Sodom and Gomorrah, but it looked like how California look right now, y'all. I was gonna try to tell y'all, man. Yeah, is it what you watching, man? No. It's for a reason. So understand that the beauty is going to be in the rebuild of Los Angeles. That's where that's going to go at, because you got to understand, ain't nowhere in hell they was going to have all this shit going on. They knew goddamn well in 2028 when the world come to Los Angeles, the damn whole world. I told you, it would not be no criminal element there. You guys will not be there. No goddamn gangbanging, no prostitution, no SA Mexican, none of that shit. You're going to be gone. Told you that. You would not be trying to make victims out of people from Paris, England, Africa, Asia, China, Japan. You will not be here doing none of that bullshit. You ain't going to be no after parties, so ain't no goddamn Diddy on purpose. No Diddy, ain't going to be no damn rap. Ain't none of that shit. It's going to be technology conventions, stuff like that. This is why I told you. They knew for America to advance, hip-hop had to be destroyed, because hip-hop was an American destructive tool to keep neighborhoods and people in line. That's it. The destruction of hip-hop is no longer needed because the country is not dealing with destruction right now. All right, that happened already, and I already told you the destruction of this country was the past 100 years. When you heard about Joe setting the infrastructure, he set the tone of the rebuilding of the new America. And this new America is not just physical shit, it's mental, it's laws, paperwork, business, how things are done, how things transition, how things get handled. It's a new world. All right? So to get out the old world, you got to learn from Diddy, how he was a piece of shit, his mother was a piece of shit, and they were generational curses. And they taught all they black shit to black people. And that's how that shit spread. That's why the community ain't shit, because you purposely get a piece of shit, you breed them, and this how you get the saying called, one apple spoils the whole bunch. They knew this shit a long time ago. You get a piece of shit, you put them back in the ghetto, and you're going to get the result you want. Same way to this day. Every single HIV patient that's in a program, what neighborhood you think they put them at when they give them their housing? every individual of a sickness, any type of taint, anything wrong with them, anything that's unnormal, guess where they put them at? And that's always been on purpose. So now a lot of y'all getting it, right? All of this shit was put in rap. But we did with the actors, it's putting the actors through them. The key is all of this shit got to be destroyed. And now it's being revealed. His mother, Janice, a goddamn serpent-ass bitch, the whole of Babylon, no coincidence she got on her roaring 20s crown because it was the roaring 20s in Harlem where a lot of this fuck shit started. Keyword, roaring 20s. So when I told you I did a 100-year study, it goes back to the roaring 20s. And that's when blacks first started bringing their ass up north. Blacks first started trying to party, and blacks first started trying to be like the damn white man in the jazz era. And this is where it started at. Blacks trying to join groups. They try to be this, that, and the third. They did everything but stay focused and get money and raise their family. I went into all of this already. All right? The result of following cults. Part 1 and 2, members only. The reason why you got no generational wealth, members only. 1960, Black Slaughter, members only. Huh? I went in all that already. So for Black History Month, I ain't talking about none of that. I did it already. All right? This thing called a Black Experience Fantasyland is decoded through Diddy. If you understand him, you'll get this shit clear. So when I kept telling you, everybody's laughing, and I told you the joke is on everybody because the powers that run this world, they understand. The plan was for all of y'all to be just like Diddy. And guess what? They also assume that it's a little bit of Diddy in everybody. Know why? Because y'all guys were influenced by him for 30 years. And if you didn't get by that, you probably was in the same program we had him and his mother in. Any black boy raised without a daddy, you was in the Diddy program. If you went to jail, it wasn't coincidence, bro. If you was raised struggling, shooting, mental issues, it wasn't coincidence, bro. It was on purpose. It was a program. Especially if you're from New York, it's not by mistake, bro. No. They started this shit after the civil rights era because they knew when black people so-called fighting for their rights, they had a trick. They said, we're going to give them what they want, but it ain't going to play out how they think it's going to play out. Yeah, we're going to help them with housing, but what they don't know, we're going to use asbestos paint on that shit. Yeah, we're going to give them housing, but what they don't know, we're going to build that shit on top of lead. That's right. That's the shit they did, y'all. Everything they did was to screw you over. Because remember, the game back then, past 100 years, it was a race. So when I told you the race is what place you're going to finish in, after slavery, they had this shit rigged up so you always going to finish last. Now, they knew you was a hard worker. They knew you get to it quick. And they knew you get more money than them. How they knew that? 1920, 100-year study. They knew that. That's why they destroyed Tulsa. 1920s. 1920s, them people started getting rich. Black Wall Street, another one in North Carolina, they knew this. So when they seen them people getting rich after slavery, and they seen that the slavery, them black was still richer than that poor white trash, they said, no. We got to come with some new programs to destroy this shit. And that's when the Klan became boogeyman and shit like that. Make you run, leave your property, they take your shit. Yes, I went into all of that already. Half that Klan stuff was not about hanging from trees, it was about scaring you off that land. That Klan movement, you know what that was? Extorting you out that business. Yep, pull up with the goons, the Klan, we got the ropes, the cross. What you gonna do? You gonna sign the title over? You gonna sign over the business? It's your last chance to leave town. That's how they was doing that shit. When I told you the Klan, they the original gangsters, the original boys in the hood, that's for real. That's the part they didn't tell you Negroes. It wasn't about them hanging no niggers for no trees. They wasn't risking their life to hang no poor Negroes for no trees. No, they was trying to take back the community and get that money. Run your ass up out of here. We want that land, fool. We gangster. So what? Yeah, you and your wife got 50 acres after slavery, but we taking that shit. That's what they was doing. Extorting. Scare the fuck out you. Yo, John, I think you should sign the paperwork tomorrow, man. The Klan gonna come around again. Trick his ass to sign that shit. He running Chicago. That's what they was doing. All right? Understand that, y'all. I'm going to give y'all a clue about learning the South. They released the shit back. In the heat of the night, that shit breaks down everything of the South, how the South transitioned over from the racist shit, and then they show you how the South went to the drugs, all that. But the number one thing here tonight shows you how white people was doing everything first in the South, and then niggas took over the program. Every black crime that went on in the South to this day, breaking in cars, kicking in doors, Every single crime y'all do down south, that shit was in the heat of the night. They also showed the heat of the night when white people were first on welfare. When they were showing the poor white trash down south on welfare. I can't get no job. I ain't got no money. Then I was just looking at how it went from the poor whites. That shit became poor blacks. Yes. 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 Heat of the night, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Drama, action. It's high def TV now. Watch that shit. It's going to give you the whole breakdown of the South and North. And remember, the police, he was from Philly, went down there. It's going to give you the whole relationship of blacks and whites. And don't forget, the white police officer, his wife was a Creole. Show you all that in there. It show you how they was in the South. It was racist, but they still was dealing with blacks. You know, he was supposed to be a racist, but he still had a black wife. It show you that. It show you all of that. It show you how drugs first hit the South. All of that. Show you how niggas from up north was going down south selling drugs. It show all of that. Because heat of the night, we was young. We didn't peep it. All of the old shits is the code to America. Trust me. On that note, we're going to get out of here, y'all. I just had to make it light to show you, man. This is Diddy when he was young, Harlem Nights, the movie. For those who never saw Harlem Nights, this was the little boy hanging around. He was the little boy hanging around the older guys. He was hanging around the after-hour spot where they were bootlegging that, prostitution, gambling, you know, all of that. He was a young boy raised around that, just like Diddy was. Remember, the older lady, sunshine, boy, you cute. That's where that shit come from, y'all. That's why I told y'all, you got to stop talking like that. That's pedo talk that come from back then. Oh, he's so cute. I'll do something to him. Get it? What if a man said that to your daughter? Oh, she's so cute. I can't wait till she get older. See that? I'm trying to tell you. That's the shit that was made normal. Look at Diddy life. Diddy mother raised him around prostitutes, hoes, trans, all type of everything. Let's go. One more time, y'all. Sean Combs' mother threw sexually charged parties at childhood home. Friend claims. All right. So look, it would be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. Combs' childhood friend, Patterson, claims in new documentary. Tim Patterson. All right. Seeing women butt naked at a young age, seeing people having sex at a young age. You might have just heard it. You ain't see all that. No. I'm going to say, y'all, he was groomed in that house to do what he do. His mother was grooming him. One day, you're going to throw the best parties. Yup. Around mama throwing parties and alcohol. He's selling liquor when he get older throwing parties. Around drug dealers. He's known now in jail for drugs. Hanging around pimps. Sex trafficking. He's in trouble for sex trafficking women and men. Cassie. Pimp. You getting it? Crossdresser. Fruity. Mama got gay men in the house. Every single thing in that house, he inherited. The question is, was it on purpose? Was it by design? Or it just happened to be like that? Or was he raised to do exactly what he did? He had to get his street knowledge from Harlem, and after that, he got shipped to D.C., and after that, he became a music mogul. Which one you think it is? All right? Which one you think it is? Was his star already planned out? Of course it was. Mama was a hoe. Mama was a somebody. Mama was with the program of breaking his ass and making his ass. That's what she did. All right? But y'all gonna understand this. My son ain't did nothing to nobody. You birthed that bitch. Handle his ass. All right? And we did that a lot, he said. He was around all types of alcohol. He was around reefer, weed, drug addicts around, lesbians around, homosexuals. He was around pimps, pushers. That was just who was in our house. People that attended the parties. So as you see, that was his family. Which means what? This fool was like an orphan. Which means what? He was raised to do what he did. He wasn't raised around a normal-ass family because his mother was a hoe. And I'm going to say she was always working for the government because ain't no such thing as no goddamn single black mother sustaining this shit back then. Ain't no such thing as that shit. No. She was in a program, man. She was dealing with that government, man. She was dealing with people. He was grown to do this shit. That's right. Just like I proved to you, Nicky Barnes was a snitch. He worked for Rudolph Giuliani. Everything in the black community was controlled back then, especially Harlem. They had about 1,000 agents out there back then, man. What are you talking about? Yes, he was raised to do that shit. One day those blacks are going to rise up, and we're going to have somebody in position to control them. We do it every year. Every decade, we make sure we raise somebody up to keep them in place. Especially back then when blacks were rebellious. Well, they know blacks so stupid now. They so stupid. If you gave them 5 leaders, they wouldn't follow them anyway. They know that. All right. So now they know they made these people be able to react without guidance, information, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling y'all. See, back then they were scared of black people being smart. So they'd always have a fake leader to throw you out. Now they know a lot of people don't even want to be smart. So they know back then when blacks started getting too smart, reading them damn books and the code and shit, they had to throw you off. But not no more. They say now we cook their brain. So for those who don't get it, I will be talking about this because a lot of y'all got it. Popcorn brain. The thing is, do you know if you got it or not? Now I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. As I was going through it, I always look at myself first. I said, yo, bro, you might have been getting some of them symptoms. But I've been fighting that shit off. You know why? This is why I told y'all. See, I do lives every fucking day, so I'm on this shit every day. I gotta talk for hours every fucking day. Then when I ain't talking to y'all, I gotta research, put stuff together. My brain is under 5G every day, y'all. I'm just telling you the truth. So remember I told y'all, that's why I say sometime, man, I gotta just chill out. I told y'all this shit. I know this shit will tweak you out. That's why, y'all, you're gonna see something else I do. This is why I go to the comments late. Because I can't do that shit. I can't do all this lies and talk to y'all in the chat and make videos. Then I'm all day reading comments. That shit gonna drive me crazy. Because I don't peep it. Like somebody might say one thing. I'm talking about a long time ago. Somebody can say one thing. I ain't feeling that shit gonna piss me the fuck off. And I'm so mad. And I'm thinking I got shit to do. So I learned, you know what, man? Don't do all that shit at one time, bro. You can't do it all. Leave some of that shit alone. Because that's what it is. It's for real, y'all. That popcorn brain is for real. But guess what? We're going to get into it. This shit destroys brain cells. It's official. Because this is a 10-year plus process. I know people for a fact that was on this shit too long and they fucking broke and they bummed. They look bad because they was on this shit too long. Even though some of these people, I was telling them back then, you need to chill out with that shit. You need to chill out. You're doing too much. All wrapped up. You think of every internet beef. You think of every internet shenanigan. Everybody was on. Shopping on the shit, laughing on it. Your phone for laughter, your phone for fun. It's for shopping. It's for what you want to eat. But you don't understand. You got popcorn brain, huh? You don't understand why. We're gonna get into. I'm not even going into. I'm just giving you the surface. But you didn't know that's a mental effect when you seeing shit all day. All that shit flash your brain. Your brain just taking a man image. You don't know that. That shit scrambles your brain. So it also broke down how. You know you got popcorn brain? I'll give you a hint. Well, you might got out of plan to do shit, but somehow you don't get the shit done. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. All right? That's the only hint I'm going to give you. Other than that, it's a fact. It's a fact. So you could have already been bipolar. You could have already had ADHD. Now you got goddamn popcorn brain. Yes. People are not normal. People are not normal no more. They create a new people, a new race, a new human. I'm not playing with y'all. So from now on, I will never meet somebody and think they are who they are till they show me who they are. See, because one day, right, I'm going to find me a wife and shit, but if all these chicks got popcorn brain, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So that's what this shit looking like right now to me. So hopefully every woman won't have no damn popcorn brain and some woman going to come to their damn senses, all right? Because it's a lot of real shit going on right now, but a lot of y'all was in that damn fantasy land. That's why it's called popcorn brain, because your life is a movie. Now you got popcorn brain. Get it? This is the joke. This is the games they play. That's what it's called. Y'all not playing. This shit is around the world. Everybody know now. Popcorn brain. Guess who got it? On that note, I'm about to get out of here. We have witnessed some of the most horrific, traumatizing mind control programs that have existed. Now you're watching the greatest horrific event of our time of 2025. All right? That's what you're watching. All right? This is called, you know what? I don't want to say the word. But I ain't going to lie, y'all. When all this said and done and smoked out and cleaned up, I might be in LA. Who knows? Yes. Because didn't I tell y'all before I'm done with these cities? I told y'all a long time ago. I said, yo, stop worshiping these cities. F these cities. I said, yo, these cities your prison. These cities are your prison. You just don't know that. You were trained and brainwashed to big up your own fucking death. Look how many people in LA rep their fucking corner and block where the fuck they at. Look how delusional it is where we was trained to rep neighborhoods where we don't fucking get nowhere at and die at and don't own nothing at. You still doing that? Okay, then. I'm out. One. Shout out to everybody. What's up? Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all have a good day. Money day tomorrow. Y'all know what's up. Hey, members, make sure y'all check the lives out. Got more coming. I told you I'm turning up this year. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. Here's the proof. Popcorn brain. Huh? Anybody in LA, I told you what's going to happen around that stadium. I told you what's going to happen to your neighborhood. I already told you that months ago. But I did this about 2 weeks ago. I already told you what's going to happen. Because if I was in LA, I'd have been ready. So you got to know. I'd have been ready if I was in Los Angeles. You know why? I was already on point. Then when I seen them talking about smoke, when I seen them talking about what was coming, I already knew what time it was. I wouldn't have stuck around because I was already ready. If I was in Los Angeles, I'd have been ready. Yup. That's why the whole 4 years in Los Angeles, I wouldn't have been playing around to get my money right, all that shit. I'd have been everything. I'd have been ready because I know what they're doing. Migrant crisis. Migrants about to take over. You're not coming back. Nope. Every neighborhood, migrant. New neighborhoods. It already happened in New York, y'all. It just happened different. See that? Every day you see blue, evacuation. The mind you, right? I want to show you how they water this shit down. That's how they do it, man. Like, you can look at them blue dots like they blue people, like they people. No, that's goddamn neighborhood. Each dot is a neighborhood. Each dot is a neighborhood, a community, man. Blocks upon blocks. Each dot is a fucking community. See that? But it's going to be downplayed. Why? Ain't no way in hell they're going to show you the TV and show you an area view of all them people walking, looking like Moses. Nope, they ain't going to show that. All you got to know is, man, community's out of here. Knock on your door right now. You guys got to go. You're like, what's going on? There ain't no fire. You got to go. The smoke coming. What? You got to go. Nothing you can do. That's how it work, y'all. Then he got a job just messing up your paycheck. Can't go to work, fucking that money up. Told you, man. After the holiday, you keep remembering. After the holiday, everybody spend that money. Thanksgiving, Christmas, all this shit. New Year celebration, getting drunk, party. Now look, that's America, man. This shit been going on the past decade straight, though. It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't fire, it's a snowstorm or flood. Yup. We out.